Hi Capricorn, welcome to your January 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So I actually laid out a spread a couple of days ago and I wasn't able to finish that reading and I left the cards on the table, but you know what? I'm just going to do a fresh reading because, why not? Don't want to leave the cards on the table that long. And then you can see me choosing these cards. I've got an astrology reading for this month of January, which is very important for Capricorn, I would say, in particular, because there is so much energy in your sign. So you're the man or woman in this month. How about if I do that? So I have a king and a queen, mother and father, or whatever you want to call it. Queen of Pentacles. This could actually be the quintessential Capricorn woman, the domestic goddess. And really, this is a double feminine energy. And sometimes, even though Capricorn is a feminine sign, I was noting another, I don't know if it was an astrologer saying, I always think of Capricorn in a masculine way, that Saturn is this masculine energy. And I was thinking, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Technically, it's feminine, but it does feel like that masculine, the ambition and all of that. And so for some reason here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Pentacles relates to the earth sign. So it is the kind of the receptive energy of taking in your environment instead of trying to control it, of nurturing it, like a mother nurtures a child. But you might be doing something that is involving nature in some cases, or simply, making your own food, doing something where you're in touch with all of those nurturing qualities of the five senses and that kind of thing. And if this is like a female Capricorn, you might feel safe enough to be able to enjoy your home. Maybe you're always in that work mode of like, I have to be the breadwinner, or, like let's say you were a single mother and now you're able to be taken care of, or even if you're taking care of others, it's from the home environment. And what do we have in the past position? We have the King of Wands. So this could be, for some women, the male, the alpha male, who is telling you that you don't have to do this anymore, that you can relax, and that you can finally unwind, that you can raise your child at home. Now, if you're a male Capricorn, you're like, well, what about me? And I would say the same thing, even though it might not be exactly the same. You can't bear children, but you can take care of your children as a male, and instead of being the breadwinner. Maybe you're the one that stays at home. But there's like this alpha male and domestic goddess energies. Maybe you could call it the divine masculine, the divine feminine, that are side by side. And the weird thing is, when I look at the higher message, we have the Three of Swords, which is a card of rejection, a card of being heartbroken. And usually I would tie it into something in the present moment. But what I see here is that every heartbreak that you have been through has led you to this moment of balance, has led you to where you need to be. So it was never wasted. The idea that the Three of Wands can be a feeling of rejection, of being unwanted. But these two cards are very positive. I'm talking about the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands are in the upright position. So I have to think that the Three of Swords is letting go of any remnants of the past when you were not understood, when you were not respected for your needs. And now you're in this, it's like achieving some power in your life. Because I always see the king and queen as the attainment of personal power. The queen being more of the intuitive, the interior, and the king, the worldly, the outer. And so that becomes a faint memory, that Three of Swords. I think I've been saying wands, I hope not, but I meant swords. What crosses you is the Four of Cups, and that was kind of a similar vibe that I was getting. And I think this is part of a pessimistic streak in Capricorn, because the Four of Cups can be a sense of not being satisfied with something. And so in January, as you have a lot of you have your solar return, and the new moon is in Capricorn, look at how you, what's the word, when you impede upon your own happiness, sabotage, when you sabotage your own happiness, because you may have a very good situation happening and all you can focus on is the past. And you can't, and you can't let that go. Those kinds of, they talk about the devil or something like that, which, by the way, your sign is connected in the tarot to the devil. But I refuse to believe that there's a devil. I believe that there is a lower vibration. And there might be entities that are attached to that lower vibration who are trying to knock you off your game, who are trying to make you, reside in darkness instead of light. So with the Four of Cups, when you feel dissatisfied, Capricorn, ask yourself, is this coming from a true reality around me? Or is this a projection of something that I have been dealing with all my life, where I have chosen to see lack instead of the abundance around me? And why do I do that? Why do I allow myself to go there when there's so much beauty around me? And that's why they have those kinds of exercises with, making gratitude lists each day, because it puts you in that attitude of gratitude where you can see just very clearly how much you have to be thankful for. The Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction. And of course, we have this in life. Everything isn't perfect. Even if you find a partner who supports you, it doesn't mean that you're never going to have an off day, but you have to keep reminding yourself of your blessings. What's coming in is the Ten of Cups. This is the pot at the end of the rainbow, happily ever after. So again, I see some kind of personal relationship issue that can be part of this, but who knows? Maybe this is having your first home and deciding to really get immersed in decorating it and making it as comfortable as possible. And the Ten of Cups is a card of marriage, so it could be reiterating if you have recently gotten legally married or you have committed to somebody in a domestic situation, that you are in a good place. That sense of attainment of your emotional desires. And then the outcome is the Chariot, which is the card of victory. This is a card associated with Cancer, your opposite sign. And so that house that Cancer rules is the marriage house and also the house of legal matters. So if it's something along those lines, then there could be, especially through the mother's side of the family, there could be success. And yes, so that could even be like an inheritance issue. And in January, there will be a full moon in the 7th house. So there could be like some legal matter that wraps up. And the 3 of Swords can be that there may have been something within this situation between, with parents or step parents that felt like rejection. And, I was just thinking about this today, about how thoughts can really, torture people. Even if a parent or a step parent is unfair in a will, and you don't understand why they would do such a thing, you can choose to reframe it, because a lot of times it isn't what you think. It's more complicated than that. And even if you are being treated unfairly, and you have been your whole life, there might be reasons for that you're not aware of. And you don't have to take them personally, in other words. So the bottom line is that we don't need anyone, even a relative, to approve of us or to accept us. When we have those inner resources, it's all just cake. It's all just a bonus. But we can still maintain that self-love, that equanimity that is not shaken by any kind of outer circumstance. And the Chariot also is victory over opposing forces, the duality in life. And to me, that can be the biggest victory. Because let's say you're going through a divorce and you get the house. And there were times when you could have gotten caught up in the drama of it, and you chose to stay the course. You chose to refuse to get sidelined. That's what led to victory, because you kind of stayed above the fray. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And if you would like a private reading, the link is below. I do a lot of astrology readings personally for people, but I do tarot as well. You can check out my offerings at RenaMoonAstrology.com. Have a great month of January. Bye.